Demonstrated institutional support is an important aspect of most grants. Senior administrators should share how the grant will fit within the institution's strategic research priorities and vision, and outline any commitments the university or college has planned in order to support the applicant.
Typically in the morning, the institutional representatives really should lead it off with the NSERC representative at that type. And so the institutional representative, whoever that is, I would prefer it usually be somebody typically in the role of dean, who has the institutional responsibility, facilities, resources, and others, who welcomes the committee, thanks them for their incredible amount of time and commitment and effort that they're putting into this. And then, again, at that point, says, these are our strategic priorities. This is how this proposal supports and builds on those strategic priorities. This is why it needs to be done.
It's about hosting the entire day. You've already sold the team on your science. They've seen your proposal. They're coming for a visit. So the science you reinforce, but that you don't have to sell the science. What you do have to let them know is your institution's capability to handle this size of a project, the willingness of your institution to support the activities that are ongoing, and the team approach that your institution has.
First, a brief summary about the university and about the environment in terms of existing infrastructure, prior experience in this particular field, track record, but also what the university is prepared to put on the table.
The ways that the institution can demonstrate its support and backing for the proponents is another way that you can have a very positive experience. And it does, as I say, it doesn't take much. A handshake and a hello goes a very long way.
Key for us was demonstrating to the funder and to the site visit committee that applied research is not something that we just thought of, that in fact it was something that we had been doing for quite some time, and that it was a core aspect of our college strategy. We were able to give a copy of the strategy to the site visit committee, demonstrate what it meant, show the history of our activity over the past 5 years, and then show where we're heading with that going forward.
The senior university representative or the designated one gives a very high-level description of the university's priorities, gives a very high-level description of how this special initiative aligns with, supports, and builds on those priorities, and also demonstrates how, by giving a couple of key examples drawn out of the proposal, how this work now has to be done will provide such tremendous benefits for the education of students, for the economy, for the university, for our whole ecosystem. When you put those things together, fairly short, high level, 10 minutes maximum, that also involves thanking the committee for their time and effort, for being there, and for expressing your openness and willingness to be engaged in this whole process for as long as they wish and need. Fairly short, 10 minutes or so, and it really sets the stage for how this proposal is strategically important to the institution.